Good morning. Hi. So, Michael, we are going to have a very fun time this morning because I want to ask you a question about lawnmowers in a bit, which I didn't think I'd get to do today. But let's start off. Obviously, a lot of people here will know the name Bosch. Some people may not necessarily know exactly what Bosch has its hand in today, so I think that might be a good place for us to start. What are you actually doing at this moment?
So first of all, I'm very glad that you know one of our nice products which we use in the garden area. But Bosch is much more than that. Overall, we had a sales revenue in 2017 of 78 billion euro. And we are actually market leaders, technology leaders in many fields. So for example, one of the, let's say, most famous areas we are in is automotive. We are the biggest, global biggest automotive supplier in the world. And in many of these automotive applications, machine learning and AI play a crucial role. We are also active in the industry arena, connected industries, household appliances, and we are also market leading in the sensor space. And if we compare machine learning, artificial intelligence, we all know that data plays a crucial role, and therefore sensors are important. And if we look at our nice smartphones here, there's one important sensor in which detects the orientation of the smartphone. And in 3 out of 4, and this is only hardly known to people, in 3 out of 4 smartphones in the world, there is a Bosch MEMS sensor in it. And this leads to the fact that we sell more than 4.5 million of those sensors every day. So sensor actually is a big success story of Bosch and is important in order to gather data and to detect the environment.
So let's move on to talking about the AI itself. What are the key industries, or rather the key sort of product categories that you have that you see AI most benefiting at the moment, or being the most exciting to be developing at the moment?
So I think I don't tell news here to this audience if I say that AI has a crucial role for all our product areas and also for our internal development activities. But the news is that we have a history in working on machine learning and artificial intelligence. We already started our journey more than 10 years ago. At that point in time, we built up competencies with data science scientists, big data, and later this became machine learning, and nowadays we develop artificial intelligence. And the tool set, the algorithms which we found here are used in all our businesses. So let's go in the famous business we are in, automotive, mobility. In mobility, I would say artificial intelligence plays a crucial role. I would say autonomous driving and driver assistance is the killer app for machine learning and artificial intelligence. And we use it today, also in our products today. We have even developed system-on-chip solutions which contain artificial intelligence solutions in order to make driving more safe and finally reduce the death tolls on streets. And this leads to a very important point we are focusing on in machine learning and AI, and that's the question: how can we make machine learning and AI safe, robust, and explainable? And especially the first 2 items, so how to make it safe and robust, is crucial for a product company, a technology company like Bosch, because we have to make and to give guarantees of our products, so safety guarantees. And this leads to really big and today unsolved problems in machine learning and artificial intelligence, where our researchers are working on.
I see. So, I mean, the explainable side of it is always something that fascinates me, because depending on who you ask, there are a number of different explanations for what AI actually is. In a company like Bosch, how do you discuss the nature of AI? What does AI actually mean within a company like yours?
So our vision of the future is to become the leading company in the Internet of Things, and I would extend this to the Internet of Smart Things. And if you talk about things, for Bosch it's important that these things are our products, tangible products, which are connected, and based on the connectivity, on the sensors, machine learning and AI, we can make products more intelligent. What does it mean? It means that products in the future live in the field, learn the interaction with the user, and improve their behavior. This is one aspect of artificial intelligence, but a very important one. If we really want to create smart products in the future, that's our task, and therefore artificial intelligence is a key technology for us.
A lot of people, when they think of an example of a smart connected object, a refrigerator often gets brought out. You know, it knows when the milk has gone off in your fridge and it orders you some more milk. That's great. I was slightly intrigued by the fact that one of the hinges on my minibar in my hotel has broken, and if that minibar was truly smart, it would know that not only had I taken a can out, but that one of the hinges had broken. So there's a long way to go, probably, before a lot of these sort of everyday technologies are properly smart and are really aware of themselves rather than just what they're doing. And with that in mind, you have a robotic lawnmower, which I didn't know you did until about 2 days ago. How smart does a robotic lawnmower need to be?
So I think you reference to the question of the development and how do we come and how do we see the different stages. So the past and the history have been products which are standalone, and they are sold and then they are used, and that's it. Sell and forget. The next stage then is to connect the products, and that's a very crucial step, because the product itself is connected physically, logically to the backend, and this gives completely new possibilities, also for the interaction between backend and the product itself. And this gives new possibilities. So, for example, the machines and the products can become self-aware. They get a feeling of what is their state. They can even predict their state and can give information to the user. So think in the direction of predictive maintenance, which you could do also in a lawnmower application. And the next step is then that the product experiences the interaction. So the interaction with the user, or in the mower example, the interaction with the environment. And in a certain sense, the environment in a garden is a difficult one, because it has some aspects of an open world problem, because it constantly changes. In fall and winter, it looks completely different than in summertime. And the system has to learn and detect this. And these are the areas where machine learning algorithms really make the advantage and make the product appear intelligent for the user. And that's one of our driving forces, why we see AI as very important. But we were very much focused on the product side. The other side is the internal development and manufacturing of products. And also this area will hugely benefit from machine learning and AI. In the development work, we can think of AI as an intelligent assistant of a developer, which extends the possibilities and the creativity the developer has. So it's not the notion that AI will replace engineers, but AI will extend the possibilities of the engineer, or you can even think in applications in the manufacturing where the possibilities of the workers will be extended. Or the other aspect will be that repetitive, dumb working steps can be done by algorithms and by machines. So this means overall for us, we think that in a large scale, AI will change the way we work, the way we produce products, and the way how products interact with the user.
So one more question before I put the lawnmower topic to bed. A lot of the conversations that I have with people at events like this often circulate around sort of ethics and safety of AI. Often in the context of data or personal security and things like that. With something like a lawnmower becoming smarter and smarter that has a giant spinning blade underneath it, like how do you ensure that it knows the difference between somebody's foot and part of a tree? Which to a blade, I imagine, probably feels fairly similar.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know from experience, fortunately.
Yeah, that's really an important question, because we as a product company have to give guarantees about our product. And one guarantee is safety. So we really have to make sure that our products are safe. And in the mower example, one technical requirement which results out of this is that the mower at each point in time has to exactly know in which part of the garden he is, and we have to make sure that he does not extend this space. And we can now translate this into requirements for the mower itself and for the artificial intelligence in it. And this creates questions like, how can we make AI safe? How can we make it robust? And the last thing, it's not related to the mower example, but it's a general question we are tackling, is how can we make AI explainable so that the user understands what is the basis for the decision. And these three elements are key elements in the research of machine learning and AI, where we really work upon in our research organization.
Okay. So when we're talking about engineers in particular, obviously one of the most important aspects of that is where do you get them from? What sort of skills do you now find yourself looking for when you're hiring the talent to produce a lot of these products, whether that's hardware or software? And how has that sort of evolved over the last 5 years and over the next 5 years maybe?
So our history, as I mentioned, in AI is 10 years now. And in the last 5 years, the marketplace became extremely hot, because a lot of startups are involving, a lot of competition is arising. So it is difficult for companies to get the best people. Looking in from our perspective, from Bosch, we have been fairly successful in this. And there are certain patterns which I detected which are very important. And the first one is that good people, talented people in this space are looking for good and talented people. They like to work in highly qualified teams. This is the first thing. So good people want to work with good people, therefore we have very good success in hiring AI talent. Second one, also very important, research and development in machine learning and AI very much is a connected exercise. People use open source tools, they exchange their ideas, they want to be visible in conferences. And we give our researchers the opportunity to do this. So they are visible at conferences, they can present their results, and this creates a network of researchers and scientists which really helps in order to get the best people. And the first aspect, also very important, those people want to tackle real challenges. And I've mentioned the open research questions in machine learning and AI. We tackle those. That's interesting for the people. And the second point is, in this respect, that people want to see their results in products, in smart products, in intelligent products. And this is a different value proposition than working on yet another web browser plugin in order to do a better user tracking. So people are really intrigued by having the possibility to bring their algorithms, so we are talking about algorithms here, into real tangible products which you can experience in your home, in your garden, in your car, or in other spaces. And Bosch has the big advantage that we have businesses in all these areas. So the lever the people have for their realizations of their algorithm is very big.
I mean, I get a lot of that. I would say that there's probably a lot of people in this audience here who work at startups who think, well, we could hire those engineers and we can allow them to have a presence at something like this and can make their algorithms, their research, a big thing. That's the reason they're a startup. So how else do you convince them that they should maybe move over to Germany and work at a company such as Bosch rather than at a young, nimble, agile, fresh out of the gate sort of startup? Like, how do you get them to come to you instead?
So first of all, I would like to mention that it's not a question of Germany or other locations. For us, it's an international activity, and I mentioned the research is very much connected. So we need presence in the US, we need presence in China, Asia Pacific, India, and of course in Europe. And Bosch is a truly international company. So for example, we started our activities in the US 1906, quite some time ago, or in China, 1909. So our perspective on this is a global perspective, and therefore we have our research teams in the US, in Europe, Germany, in India, in China, in order to take the competences from these locations worldwide. So we are thinking always of a global community of researchers and engineers. And clearly, Europe has big and good advantages. We are very happy about our presence in Europe, in Germany, because especially if it comes to the academic foundation of machine learning and AI, Europe, Germany, France, Great Britain are really strong partners in this space.
Well, with exactly 60 seconds to go, here's a huge curveball. What's your thoughts on Brexit? We've got 60 seconds.
Brexit is not helping us, especially if it comes to connected research. We rely on the fact that people have to move around, talk to each other. So we would like to see a free flow of people and knowledge across the world. And Brexit is definitely not helping us.
Well, you did that in 30 seconds, so here's another curveball to finish on. What keeps you up at night?
So I have to say, I have a good sleep, and I'm not concerned about all this dystopia visions of artificial intelligence. I think artificial intelligence will help the people, will serve the people, and therefore I focus in my day work with the experts from Bosch in making, for example, mobility safe, and finally arrive the fact that we have no death toll on street using machine learning and AI developed by Bosch.
Perfect. Right on the nose. Michael Buller, Bosch, thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.